chicken broth for 25 cents a cup and bonus salad. Add the chicken bones to a pot. In this case, I have a 9-quart or 9-liter pot, stock pot, and add water to about 1 inch below the rim of the pot. Then put it on the stove and bring it to a boil. Remove all the foam that forms, and as the foam forms, you will see that the chicken will start to rise, and you will eventually have to stir so that more of this foam comes out. The foam is generally leftover blood in the blood vessels, and from mom, I know that you want to take this off because you break out. This is what makes skin break out. This is what clogs our arteries. So we want to make sure that we get all this foam as much off as possible. You want to then add carrots, parsnips. So you've got carrots, you've got the parsnips, celeriac. I'm going to put just one, it's small, that is enough. If you don't have celeriac, celery is good, and an onion. Just leave the onion, just take the skin off the onion and leave it whole, and everything else stays whole. It is a little challenging to clean the the celeriac, but it's doable. And add everything to the pot. Once it's added, you want to again try to remove the foam so that the soup is nice and clear. Once the soup has cooled a little bit, take out everything from inside it, put it in the fridge, and the next day, this is what you see. This is fat sitting on top of the soup. You can remove it or you can leave it depending on what you want. If you're on a lower fat diet, you might want to remove it. If not, that's fine, leave it. We generally like to remove the excess fat that is on top of the soup. And of course, then you strain it and you add it to different containers depending on what you want to do with it. So in this case, this time when I made it, I wasn't making soup, so I just put it in different containers and put it in the fridge to use as needed. As you can see from the 9 quarts, the littler ones are about 1.5 quart, and the big one is 1 and maybe over 1.5. I think these are 1.25, and the big ones are 1.5 quart each. So this is what we got from that full 9 quart of soup. But we also got a lot of meat, and so we're gonna make potato salad. So to make the potato salad, what we did was boil some potatoes. So what is there? 5 potatoes. We boiled those, and then we cleaned the meat off all the bones that we had in the soup, which was a lot of meat. So we cleaned all that. All the veggies from the soup were cut in small pieces. The meat, I just chopped it a little bit more and then put them all together with a little bit of Dijon mustard, with mayo, and the Dijon that I got is really healthy, and as in it doesn't have a lot of sugar at it, and it's from my local grocery store, and because of that it was also fairly cheap, considering Dijon mustard prices. I like Hellman's mayonnaise because it does have olive oil, so I use that. Um, Sometimes I buy this, but sometimes I make my own mayonnaise. Eventually, I will post video on how I make mom's mayo. So that's basically what goes into the sauce, or sauce is wrong, the dressing. What goes into the dressing? Now you know that I don't actually script this. I just create the video and then speak over top of it. Let me know if you like that or if I should edit these things out. That's a curious thing. Um, so, so just a quick recap. We have parsnips, carrots, celeriac, pickles, all in about 1 to 1 to 1 ratio in this salad. We also have whatever meat was on the bones. We added mayo, mustard, salt, pepper to taste, and again, feel free to add any spices that you feel are your favorites. So my recommendation would be take a little bit out and add whatever you'd like to add, see how you like it, experiment. And I would love to hear how your experiment goes. And you keep stirring and stirring until you like the consistency and the amount of mayo and mustard in your salad. And as you can see, I tasted it because it was amazing. So, taste it and taste it and taste it and taste it some more. It did turn out really, really good. And it had been a while since we had made the salad, so we were all very much into it. Then you want to make it pretty, because the fact that it's family and you don't have company coming doesn't mean that you shouldn't have pretty food. So just sort of layer it out, organize it in the pot, and then make it nice and pretty. And then add mayo on top and make a nice layer. It's kind of like making a cake. You're putting the icing on. In this case, you're putting the mayo on. And this, by the end of it, it looks pretty enough that you can take it to a potluck or, well, I wouldn't share it. Is that bad of me? No, seriously, I have taken this to potlucks and to friends' houses. Just, gifted it to people. And you can make the top layer as thick as you want or as thin as you want, depending on how you feel. And that's it. Well, and lastly, you want to decorate it. In this case, I just cut some pickles thinly and used some Kalamata olives and basically made the top look pretty. When I was little, I used to love helping mom do this. So if you have kids around, this is a nice thing that they can do. Not the knife using part, but the getting the salad decorated and looking pretty. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope you make it. Please let me know what you think of it. So just a quick recap. We used a $4 or what is it? $3.99 is what I paid for the chicken or the chicken bones, which is about $2.88 for the US. The veggies were about $2 each, so $2 for the carrots, about $2 for the parsnips, about $2 for, it was $1 for each. So we used one celery root. So for the celeriac, the onion was, I don't know, a few cents. And we used potatoes and all of that. This is what we got. About 5-6 quarts or 5 liters of soup broth and the salad.